This is the existing situation in the toilet in the master bedroom. The wall is right here. The valve, the red, was the original valve. It had fine threads. It went into the wall right here. And when I unscrewed it, this had coarse threads and the valve had fine threads. So the plumber and I put this in, the long pipe with the cap. Okay, that took care of that. And then we, up here, I don't know why they did this, but inside the wall, they put another line up here. And it went to the toilet. Okay? So what we did, this was just a line with no valve on it. But you see this stainless steel, we put in a valve at this location right here. It was capped off and everything was good when we left. What happened probably is the tile is right here. Okay? And then behind the tile is the T that goes up to the existing situation what worked when we left. You got to get in this wall and fix this so that this doesn't leak and go out into the bathroom. Now, the tiles in the large bodega, there's two tiles boxes. One of them is the wrong lot. Die lot. And they're 20 by 20 inch tiles. And you'll see that there's a number of stacks there. You got to match the tile. One of them is wrong and one of them is right. Okay, one of the 20 by 20 tiles is right. But first, you got to take whatever tile is here, you've got to take it off. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 tiles that are affected. So once you do that, there'll be in here, inside the wall will be a T. And it's gone bad for some reason. Or possibly the supply line here, there may be a failure in here. What I would do, and I'm no plumber, but get Jose Flores to take the tile off down at the bottom, but he's turned the water off at the water meter, the main line. Get in there and replace, there's a bad T or something in here on the supply line. There's a leak back in here or here. I don't know which. But it's right around in this location here behind the tile, which is right here. So ask Jose if he can handle that. If not, ask Jim to call a plumber and have him come out and look at the situation as I've explained it in this video. And he'll see that he has to get behind the wall in there and find out where it's leaking behind the plaster. This line going up, feed line to the existing toilet, before was just a feed line with no valve. We put on a valve here which controlled the water, and we got water from the main line here and up and in. But something went wrong here, right behind the tile, where the about 6 inches of PVC was, I put in with a white cap. I don't think it's the white cap or the threads here going in this female joint right at the edge of the tile. It's behind the plaster in the wall. Before, the valve was here. The red being the valve wheel. And we took that valve with the fine threads out, put this coarse threads in, and put a cap here on the end, and it worked when we left. So what's happened is, and we put a valve, the valve went from here to here, and it worked just fine, and the builder helped us solve the problem in the reservoir, and that's not a problem. It's the tiles here, the concrete walls here where my finger is, and somewhere in there, you've got to make sure that none of this is leaking and that you have a feed line, that the feed line works up to the existing valve and then into the toilet when this valve is open. So I hope, I'm sorry for this happening, and just ask Jose Flores if he can handle it. It's in the United States, we only have one feed line to the valve. We don't have two. In other words, we have the valve here, it runs down a feed line, then comes here, and then goes out here. We don't have the valve down here, we have it up here. Don't ask me why they did this. It's a very unusual plumbing arrangement. But we hope that Jose can handle it, Flores, or ask Jim if he knows a good plumber. Anyway, we want to thank you very much. Have a happy new year, and I'm sorry for all this. And we'll see you in February.
And I'm sorry too, and we cannot thank you enough for all that you're doing. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Randy. Oh, what a nightmare. Thank you again. We'll be talking with you.